Hello, my name is Mrs. Eliza Marsh. I am the wife of Reverend Sidney Harper Marsh, who is the president of Pacific University. He has been traveling back east for several months now. I received a letter from him today. It's dated December 12th, 1866. My dear Lizzie, I am staying at your uncle's, but tomorrow shall find a place in Boston to stay. Your letter has made me more cheerful than I have been since I left you. I have concluded since I left you should feed the baby. The nursing is too heavy a drain on your strength. You ought to exercise outdoors. If you walk out a little way each day and use your muscles, you would do better. I am meeting with the Collegiate Society and businessmen. I hope to gain financial support and endowments for the university. The work can be done, but how soon I cannot tell. Keep up heart and hope I shall get through this. Kiss the dear children. Tell them Papa wants them to be good. I think you will have to subdue Mary's self-will. Love to all. Yours faithfully, Sidney. He has been working tirelessly. I worry about his health. His lungs are very sensitive to the climate. The family misses him. It saddens us that we will be spending this Christmas without him. Growing up in New England, my husband's mission was to achieve a stable society consistent with his upbringing. He comes from a long line of prominent educators. He relocated to the Oregon Territory as part of the American College and Educational Society. He was 27 when appointed principal of Tualatin Academy in 1853, and later became president when the academy was renamed Pacific University in 1854. I married my husband in Ohio in 1860 when I was 19 years old. He is 15 years younger than I. Moving west to the Tualatin Plains was an adjustment for us. Forest Grove could hardly be called a village with its bad, almost inaccessible mountain roads. Within a 10-mile radius, there were scarcely 50 voters. The farmers lacked education and used a barter system for trade. How can one sheep or cow equal another? Gold and silver should be used in the marketplace. We believed the best way to instill morality in the West was to educate women. Oberlin College in Ohio was the first college to admit women, a practice carried over by the founders of Pacific University who state, "The proper education of a man decides the welfare of an individual, but educate a woman, and the interests of the whole family are secured." As president, he was the guiding force behind the university's early charter and direction, building it up from a little one-room school with a dirt floor. He traveled for many months at a time to gain financial security for the growing college, and over the years he acquired many books for a fine library. He was a congregational minister and traveled, preaching from Forest Grove to Eugene. He believed that the university should remain Christian, but not restricted to any one denomination. I taught a class to young ladies. In 1863, Harvey Scott was the university's first and only graduate that year. His family owned the mill in town. He went on to be the editor of the Oregonian newspaper and founding president of the Oregon Historical Society. By 1870, Pacific University became one of the first universities in the United States to grant degrees to the students from Japan. 3 graduated in 1876. So far away from home, Mr. Marsh and I became their second family. My husband led the university for the next 25 years until his death in 1879. He died of tuberculosis, and shortly thereafter I moved the children into the large Victorian home next door to the university called Marsh Hall. Upon my death in 1993, it was built in 1893. We had 8 children, and 3 died young. After my death in 1906, the house was bought back from the university and is now known as Knight Hall. According to a long-standing campus myth, the house is haunted by a female spirit named Vera. I have yet to meet her.